Dear student, I am going to explain one important question asked in an examination of Mount Literate G School for standard 10th pre-board examination. This question has been asked. You can see most of the students, two questions I will discuss. The question number 1 and here another. In this video, I will discuss two questions. The question number 8 also. Two pea plants. First of all, see the question number 8. It's related to inheritance. Many of the students, they confuse to give this answer. This question is directly asked from the dihybrid cross, okay, given by Mendel. So, the question is two pea plants with one round yellow seed, the genotype capital R and capital Y given, and another with wrinkle green, that is a small r, small y. Seeds produce F1 progeny that has round yellow capital R, small r, capital Y, small y seed. When F1 plant are self-pollinated, which new combination of the characters is expected in F2 progeny, and how many seeds with these new combination of character will be produced when a total 160 seeds are produced in F2 generation. Explain with reason. Okay, so this is your question. Now, how can you proceed for the answer? I am going to describe, try to understand. So just you are observing the board and follow the answer given by. Here, first of all, we write, it's a dihybrid cross. First of all, the generation, the P1 generation must be written. In this pattern, you can describe any dihybrid ratio. Dihybrid ratio is or cross. Dihybrid cross and we get dihybrid ratio. So dihybrid cross is a cross in which two pair of contrasting traits are considered. In the Python in this question, the one character is the round shape of the seed. Another character is the yellow cotyledon color. So both are dominant. We know, we have studied the Mendel's law. So on that basis, round is dominant over wrinkle. Round and wrinkles are one pair of contrasting traits, and yellow and green are another pair of contrasting traits. Hence, you have a two pair of contrasting traits, and when two pair of contrasting traits are considered in the cross is said to be dihybrid cross. So this is a dihybrid cross. Here, the P1 generation, the female one, is the homologous round and yellow, and the P1 male generation is homologous because both are identical factors, homologous wrinkle and green. So when a homologous round and yellow is crossed with the, here is the sign of cross, don't forget to give the cross. This cross means you take pollen ovum egg from this generation and pollen male gametes from this generation. So in this way, if they are crossed, first of all we get the P1 gametes. Gametes are always haploid. So here, out of 2, 1 R enter in the gametes. Out of 2 I, capital Y, 1 capital Y will enter in the gametes. So don't forget to write. So don't forget to write the gametes here. So gametes are always in circle. Don't forget to circle the gametes also. So gametes contains capital R, capital Y here in this, and from female side and from male side it one is a small r, a small y. Okay, so now this is the probability of both the gametes when fused together in the next generation. So we have a next generation F1, the probability of fusing this one. So we have a capital R, a small r, capital Y, a small y. What you are looking here, and the phenotype will be similar to the F1. Which law applicable here? Can you tell me? It is according to law of dominance. So capital R is dominant over a small r, capital Y is dominant over a small y. So the phenotype will be yellow and round and yellow. So again it will be round but heterozygous. Round and yellow, but this one will be heterozygous, not like phenotype is similar to the P1, but genotype is not similar. Genotype is changed. Okay, it is hetero, with different identical alleles present here. So now, when we get further, the F1 gametes. So what will be the probability of the gametes? If they are heterologous as two loci, then means the position where the genes are different, then we have a 4 probability. Okay, so 4 probability. What are 4 probability? Capital R may go with capital Y. Capital R may go with small y. A small r may go with capital Y, or a small r may go with a small y. So what will be the 4 probabilities there? So capital R, capital Y, capital R, small r, capital Y, small r, small y. So these are the 4 gametes. When they are selfing means what? We take the pollen grain from the same plant and the ovum from same plant. So again 2 generations selfing here. If you write selfing, it means you are doing the self pollination, not cross pollination. This is a cross pollination. This is a selfing. Selfing means taking the pollen grains of the same plant. So again, they may be pollen grains may be of 4 types, ovum may be of 4 types. Clear? So pollen grains, any pollen grains, the male gametes of pollen grains will with any ovum egg. So what will be the probability? 16 will be the probability what I have mentioned here. Capital R, capital Y, capital R, capital Y, so capital R, capital R, capital Y, capital Y. In this way, counting this one, you can easily find out the phenotyping of genotype of all the 16 probable features. When applying the law of dominance and law of segregation, this is here the law of segregation applied that the capital R, small r segregate independently and go in the next generation. Okay? Law of independent assortment, law of segregation, law of dominance. All these 3 are applied here. You can derive from all these 3 laws from Mendel. According to law of dominance, the F1 generation comes only round and yellow, 1 parental generation. So either of the non-identical factor, each character is governed by factor exists in pair. Mendel postulates given like this, that each character is governed by factor which exists in pair. Out of the pair factor, one dominating, one is able to express itself. Like here, capital R is able to express masking the small r. So it is a law of dominance. According to law of dominance, the factor capital R is dominant and making it round in spite of presence of a small r. Similarly, Y with Y. A capital Y makes it yellow, so yellow and round will be the phenotype according to law of dominance. According to law of segregation, the factor exists in pair but only one enter into the gametes. During gamete formation they separate, and in the next generation independently they solve. So law of segregation is also applied here. Okay. So next we have right gametes and probable gametes are assorted combination, probable combination of the gametes make its phenotype. How can you write? Here is the problem right. That how can you describe the phenotype? Phenotype is morphologically observable features. So phenotype how can be written? If there is a capital R, one R, capital R or double R, no problem. Then it makes it round. So it will be round and yellow. It will be round and yellow, round and yellow. Again here capital R, capital Y, round and yellow, round and yellow. Here capital R, capital Y, round and yellow, round and yellow. So all will be round and yellow, round and yellow. In this way round and yellow again, round and yellow, capital R is there, capital Y, capital R, capital Y, capital R, capital S. So all will be what? Round and yellow, round and yellow. Here when we see there is no capital Y, so it will be green and what R is there. So green and round. Here will be again round and yellow, round and yellow. Here green, no capital Y is there, so green, but capital R is there, so round. Again we come to here, capital R and capital R both are there, so round and yellow. So when we talk about the dominant parents in dihybrid cross, if you take the dominant parent from one generation and recessive parent from other generation, without any confusion, write the all of the 9 phenotype in this way. This row as well as this row and the diagonal. When you come to diagonal, all having the round and yellow, 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 round and yellow. So how will we count the number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So 9 will be, here 9 will be round and yellow, the dominant parent type. If you do the cross like this. Then these are removed from the board. Cut it with the help of pencil. Now how many are there? When the left wrists are considered, here round and green, here round and green, round and green. So these three are round and green, and these three are yellow and wrinkled, which are new combination. So according to the question, you have studied when total 160 seeds are produced in F2 generation, how many seeds will be the of new combination? So how many seeds of new combination out of 16? How many seeds are produced here? According to the Punnett square, we have a 16. Now count 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 for the 16. So altogether out of 16, you have out of 16 you have a 3. 3 round and green and round and yellow, 3 round and green and wrinkled and yellow. These are the 3. You have to understand now your conclusion, the answer hidden here. The phenotypic ratio means observable features are of 4 different types. One is of round and yellow, that is the parental one. Another is the wrinkled and green, that is also parental one. These are not new, these are old one, parental one. But these 2 are new. And the question is asking related to these 2 new. So these 2 means 3 plus 3, 6 altogether. 6 out of what? 16. So if 6 out of 16 will be new, then out of 160, how many will be there? So 16 if you cut it 10 and you multiply it all together 60. That is a 30 plus 30. 30 means 30 will be round and green and 30 will be wrinkled and green. Approximately such a data you will get from this mathematical calculation ultimately, and then you write as the in F2 generation. These all are F2 generation. In F2 generation, out of 160 seeds, approximately the 3 plus 3, that will be the 6 out of 16. So out of 160, there will be 6 by 16 into 160. 60 seeds will be what you call plants will be the new combination. So I think all of you have got this question. Next question I will make you another video to explain other few questions. Thank you.